These Thai-style fried chicken wings are an absolute showstopper. Have them with a delicious fresh side salad and a bowl of coconut rice, and you, my friend, are in heaven. My name is Andong, and in this video I'm going to share with you the super unique technique that allows me to get this very dramatic looking thin yet super crispy coating, which very cool and inexpensive tool made my home deep frying ambitions a lot more achievable, how I make an almost illegal knockoff Thai-style pounded salad with a substitution you would definitely not expect, and finally how one ingredient allows us to make the most flavorsome fried chicken as well as the super addictive sauce to go with it. And that ingredient is fish sauce. Wait, don't run. This chicken actually doesn't taste fishy at all. Hear me out, and this might just become your new go-to method. But let's start at the very beginning. So it all starts with chicken wings, the star of the show. You could also use deboned skin of thighs and cut those into chunks or nuggets. But for wings, to simplify handling, I first separate the flat from the drummet. This process is surprisingly easy. Chicken wings naturally come with a handle of sorts. Just hold the wings by the drummet at a 45-degree angle. You can then cleanly slice straight down through the wing. If you encounter any hard resistance, the angle might need a little adjustment. The good news is you'll have several opportunities to practice. Place all your chicken wings in a bowl and let's prepare a simple yet very effective marinade. We start by grating a clove of garlic. Then, as mentioned in one of my previous videos, I like to grate some ginger, add some sugar to boost flavor and aid in browning later on. And now we incorporate fish sauce for a salty umami depth that makes this chicken irresistible. Add a touch of nuance with white pepper and 5-spice powder. Then mix everything thoroughly and massage the marinade into the wings to ensure the flavor penetrates the skin and flesh. Marinating proteins in fish sauce and sugar is actually a technique that you can see quite a bit in various Southeast Asian cuisines. Just keep in mind that this type of marinade is best suited for quicker marination, anywhere from 20 minutes to maybe 4 hours. Beyond that, it's gonna become a little too intense for my taste. While our chicken is marinating in the fridge, let me introduce you to another fantastic use for this fish sauce sugar combination, and that is a very versatile, addictive sauce. Here's how to make it. In a saucepan over medium-high heat, start by adding a significant amount of sugar. Stir frequently until the sugar starts to melt and caramelize into a golden brown color. Now, very carefully add some water to the caramelized sugar to prevent burning. Ideally do this off the heat because there might be a little bit of splatter. Stir in a generous amount of fish sauce. The smell will be quite strong initially, but don't worry, it's gonna dissipate. Allow the mixture to simmer for a few minutes until it reduces to your desired consistency, then kill the heat. Add a few slices of garlic and green chili to the sauce and let them infuse into the mixture while it cools for around 15 minutes. Once cool, strain the mixture and transfer it into a squeeze bottle or any old jar. You can give it a taste now. It may actually still not be sweet enough for your liking. In that case, you can mix in a bit of honey or even better agave syrup until it tastes perfect to you. This intensely umami sweet glaze is not only going to be our dipping sauce, but can also be utilized in a multitude of other ways. Let me demonstrate one of these uses. If you've been to a Thai restaurant recently, chances are you've had Som Tam, the classic Thai pounded salad. It's sweet, it's spicy, it's tangy, it's the perfect contrast for a rich, hot dish like our chicken wings. The only problem, the traditional version uses green papaya, an ingredient that can be quite challenging to source in most parts of the world. This is why Thai restaurants across the world have started getting creative with other crunchy vegetables. Kohlrabi, for example, is a very common substitute and works surprisingly well. But this time I opted for something different and went for what I consider to be one of the most underrated vegetables in the world, and that is fennel. Begin by slicing the fennel into thin strips. A mandolin slicer is ideal here, though a knife works too. This shredded fennel makes an excellent base for slaws and salads, and I find it an outstanding substitute for green papaya in Som Tam. Now, Som Tam is traditionally a pounded salad, a great technique which involves using a mortar and pestle to pound the dressing ingredients. Start with garlic, roasted peanuts, and optional dried shrimp, pounding them into a mash thoroughly. Add some red chili, whichever type suits your spice preference, and incorporate that into the mixture. Now include a few cherry tomatoes and blanched green beans, only gently crushing them. Try not to destroy them completely. Then finish by squeezing in the juice of 1 lime and adding a few tablespoons of our sweet umami fish sauce syrup. This already tasted great, but I decided to add an extra splash of fish sauce for some additional funk. This dressing is now ready to mix with the sliced fennel. However, I recommend assembling the salad just before serving to ensure the fennel remains crispy and crunchy. So let's hold off on that for just a moment. Let's return to our chicken preparation, but first a quick word from this video's sponsor, Raycon. You know what's one thing I cannot live without? It's listening to great podcasts. Which is why I was very excited when Raycon sent over the new and upgraded version of their best-selling everyday earbuds for me to try out. They're here for a good time and a long time, with up to 32 hours of battery life, which is perfect for a frequent user like me. Raycon says you get the same great audio quality you'd expect from, the big guys, only at half the price, which sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. And what can I say? I agree. The sound was very satisfying, plus you get that new active noise cancellation. The in-ear fit felt really good to me. These guys feel comfortable and they're gonna stay in your ears, no matter if you're running, on the go, or you wear them in the kitchen. And they have all these cool colors to choose from for the earbuds and the charging case itself, but also for, these little protective cases that feel really nice and sturdy. I got mine in my current favorite color, which is like this golden orange. If you're in the market for affordable earbuds and always wanted to check out Raycon, now is definitely the time. Click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/Andong to get 20% off your Raycon purchase plus free shipping. Thank you, Raycon, for supporting the channel. So, back to our wings. Let's work on achieving that legendary light and ultra crispy coating for our chicken, and this is where things get really interesting. After tons of research and many test batches I cooked up here at the studio, by the way, if you're interested in the behind the scenes, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I came across a fried chicken method I had never seen before, and that seems to work impressively well. Let me show you. We begin with a dry dredge. Use all-purpose flour as the base of your crispy coating. Add some potato starch to the mix. It lends a hard, almost glass-like crunch. Then include a bit of rice flour to lighten the crisp. You could simplify things and just use one type of starch, like cornstarch, but that particular blend I just mentioned worked really well for me. Now first, remove your chicken from the marinade and pat it dry with some paper towels. It should be moist but not wet. Place both the dredge and the chicken in a large Ziploc bag, then shake well to ensure the chicken is thoroughly coated, reaching into every nook and cranny. Transfer the coated chicken to a large strainer and then thoroughly shake off all the excess dredge over a large bowl so we can collect the remainders. What we're aiming for in this step is the thinnest possible coating. Lay the chicken out on a wire rack, allowing a few minutes for the coating to adhere properly to the meat. Don't discard the leftover dredge though, we'll definitely need it later. Get the remaining dredge from the bag and the bowl into a new mixing bowl. We're not wasting anything here. And now it's time to deep fry. And look, I know deep frying at home can be quite the hassle, but not with this device. I'm not sponsored, but I will try to add a link to the video description if I can find one. This is a Japanese deep fryer, popular in many households over there, and for good reason. It's easy to clean, it comes with this built-in analog thermometer, and it has this really smart resting area for fried items. This fryer really transforms casual deep frying at home from a fussy task to something very achievable. But now a quick word about frying oil. I usually purchase one large bottle of neutral cooking oil, which perfectly matches the size of this fryer. Then after cooking, I let the oil cool in the fryer with the lid closed to minimize odors, then strain it back into the bottle once it's fully cooled. You can reuse the oil 3 to 5 times before it starts degrading, which is absolutely normal. Don't try pushing your oil beyond that, it's not very good for you, and it also doesn't taste good anymore. Once you feel that your oil is old and smelly, just pour it back into the bottle one last time and you can dispose of it right in it. Just please never pour large amounts of oil down the drain, it's really not good for your plumbing. Anyhow, with that said, fill up whichever fryer you're using, heat the oil to about 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit and fry in batches of about 6 wing halves to avoid overcrowding. A quick fry of just about 2 minutes or until the coating starts to turn a very light golden color is sufficient for now. And take a look at this chicken. It's probably not 100% fully cooked yet. The coating is thin, offering a slight crispiness, but remember, this is not the end. Creating this first coating was actually just an intermediate step to what we're about to do next. So while we wait for our chicken to slightly cool down, let's get ready for the final frying step. Prepare some thinly sliced red chilies, thinly sliced shallots, and a small bunch of chopped coriander leaves. Set them aside, we need to be ready to act quickly later. Now back to our dredge from earlier, which we're about to transform into the crispiest coating ever. Start by whisking a little baking soda into the dredge for extra lift and airiness. But there's another secret for an extra light batter, and that is sparkling water. This tried and tested deep frying hack really does work wonders. Whisk in about 2/3 initially, ensuring the batter is nice and smooth, although a few lumps are certainly not a problem. Then add the remainder. Once mixed well, toss in a few ice cubes too. A cold batter helps yield an airy and crispy texture. And now look, check out how thin the batter is. Normally this type of batter would be challenging to work with and easily slide off your proteins. But our chicken isn't naked. It already has a first base coating that allows further coatings to stick to it really well. And this is the part of the technique I haven't seen anywhere else. Let me know in the comments if you have. We're dipping an already dredged and fried chicken back into the batter, yes, again. It'll take about 3 to 5 minutes, but once the wings are golden brown and look delicious, transfer them to a wire rack to rest as you continue with the remaining batches. Notice how light and crunchy these are. They actually already look and taste so good that it was kinda hard to resist. But hold on, it gets better. Get your wings into a large bowl and sprinkle with a little salt and a generous amount of dried chili flakes or powder. Now add your prepped fresh aromatics and toss everything thoroughly to combine. You can certainly dress them with some of our sauce. It tastes incredible, but it naturally does mellow out the crunch of our chicken, so I prefer using it as a dipping sauce, to be honest. And this, guys, this is a fried chicken you will certainly remember. But as amazing as it tastes, eating plain chicken wings does get a little less satisfying after a while. So one last tip before serving, I have some nice freshly cooked jasmine rice here. I want you guys to try something simple yet transformative. Add a tablespoon or so of unrefined coconut oil to your rice and then just mix it in. This small addition creates the most fragrant and delicious rice. It's absolutely incredible. At this point, we're also ready to mix our salad dressing into our sliced fennel, serve in a tall pile for the right looks, and garnish with some crushed peanuts and finely sliced cilantro, if you like. And boom! Don't tell me this isn't a meal you would not inhale in 2 seconds like I'm doing here. It's rich, it's fresh, it's flavorful, and I really hope you give it a try. Please let me know how you liked it in the comments or over on Instagram. I'm always super interested in how you guys like my recipes, and this one in particular I put a lot of work into, so let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.